Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Victor. Um, uh, I forget to introduce myself in part one of the um, video, but here I am again introducing myself to you guys. And once again, welcome back to my audio equipment journal. And this time, we will introduce you to a PSP speaker. This is a PSP image uh, B1, I believe. It's a bookshelf speaker. I got it for $250, just approximately 1 year after I got a DC1 from Emotiva. And once again, this is back in the year of 2011, 2012, when I did not have a lot of money to play around with audio gear. So uh, I have limited budget at that time, so I can only buy, the equipment that is low cost but high performance kind of thing. Not necessarily the best, but good enough for all of my applications. So yeah. So after I find out that the DAC can improve the sound quality quite significantly, I begin my journey further into exploring the other option to improve my speaker. Uh, before I bought the before I bought the PSB speaker, which is this guy right here. I bought I have the PC speaker, which is $30 one with the active speaker that you connect to the output of your PC and it play the song. And that speaker is horrible. It's a typical computer speaker. It is horrible. So upgrading to the PSB B1 bookshelf speaker actually improved the sound significantly. Like it's night and day different. I could hear very little cabinet resonance now. I used to hear a lot of resonance in my PC speaker before, especially when the music is demanding a huge bass note. I can hear a lot of resonance coming through my speaker, but now with the PSB speaker, I couldn't hear a lot of it. There's still some, but very, very minute, very small resonance, but not a big one. The PSB also gives me some very deep and powerful bass. Yes, it is. The bass every time it play the bass note, it actually can shake my room, and it's quite impressive. It have a very detailed top and mid range. The mid range is full and lush, and the top is very detailed and very impressive. Very revealing comparing to the PC speaker. I couldn't know that there's I could notice a lot of detail in the music that wasn't presented before. Uh, Now I can hear all of that detail through the PSB. And the best part about the PSB is that it can be placed close to the front wall, which means the wall that is opposite to you when you listening to the music. So because it have the front facing port, right? So it doesn't have a lot of uh, front wall resonant effect like the other speaker that have the port placed at the back of the speaker. Now the only downside of the speaker is it have good to average dynamic swing. So what I mean by that is that if the music is suddenly it suddenly have a huge dynamic swing from low to high volume, then this speaker cannot handle it very well. But it kind of do it in an average way or a good way, I think, but it's not the best in terms of handling dynamic swing. Uh, it's probably because of the design of the PSB. It's designed for very flat frequency response, so the dynamic swing is not the number one factor in this speaker. It's still very excited to listening to, but it's kind of homogenizing the music a little bit and make the music less enjoyable, less exciting than it should be. The music will sound very relaxed and detailed, and the bass is very deep and punchy, but the dynamic swing is kind of average at best. But I think for $250 use for this speaker, this is a very big improvement from my PC audio, which is horrible. Now I have the DAC, the DC one, and the PSB B1 speaker. I would say I have the very budget-friendly entry-level audiophile system. I'm still using some very, you know, uh, not very good amplifier. I think Class D amplifier from Amazon that I bought for $50 to power the PSB because at that time I couldn't find anything that's good and cheap in the market yet. So trying to save my money to, jump over to the bigger guys in the future. Uh, but I have my eye set on some very good amplifier. I just trying to save at that time. I'm trying to save some money, so I just use some very basic amplifier from Amazon. I think it's a $50 amplifier that have volume control that I can drive the PSB. Even with the Class D amplifier, the PSB is still very impressive. It is like night and day better than the PC audio that I used before. It's like an eye opening for me. Uh, this is pretty much my very first speaker, and until today, I'm still keeping the PSB in my house just as a backup speaker, for example. If I have to work on the other speaker, improve on the other speaker, then yeah, I will use this PSB as a backup speaker, and it still sounds pretty impressive even until today. So that concludes part two of my review of the PSB B1 bookshelf speaker. Uh, sorry, PSB image B1 bookshelf speaker, not the Imagine, but just the image. So thank you everybody, and thank you for listening to my channel. Bye bye.